What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, it's been a long time since I've done any recording. I know y'all really don't have any sense of that. Um, I haven't been uploading too much either, which is partly because I haven't had a lot recorded to upload. I've got a little bit of stuff. But I'm finally kicking myself back into it. It's been, it's winter time. It's been super busy at work, so I really haven't had a lot of time or energy for recording, but we're finally switching back around on that situation. So, last time we fought a boss and got our gravity pack. Shall we go fight another boss again? What y'all think? I think we should, because there's one coming right up. So, we need to go this way. This is the part of the game where, and I was just about an hour ago wandering around in my test file, being lost, because this is the part of the game that is just a little confusing and convoluted. I know I said before that this entire section of it is, but this part of this part in particular is a little odd. So, come back to this room, which now there's Grenchlers. Of course there are. Why wouldn't there be? I'm just gonna blow them up. I could fight them underwater now if I wanted. It almost would be easier because I have the gravity back, so they're not gonna bother me. Actually, I think I will fight this one because that platform is way too tiny. Come on, buddy. Come on. For all the show they make him jumping out of the water, and look, he's not even, he's standing on nothing right now. Because geometry. Yeah, for all the show they make of getting out of the water, they just kind of fall in. It's disappointing. But they're a lot slower in the water, actually, than me now that I have my pack, so they're less dangerous in the water now than they were before. And than they are on land, too. Okay. Bye. Almost. Come on. All those shots of Samus's eyes we get. Didn't get any there. Come on. Oh well. I can't get them whenever I want to, but I love that you get the reflection of Samus's eyes. So now I can actually access this, which you'd think maybe you'd go up like this, but it doesn't actually get you that far, so you have to triple jump up here and then hit it. This lowers this platform, which I always thought was a cool little gate. You know, it's unlike a lot of the gates in this game. There's no energy field on it. It's just physical bars in your way. And the way they come together is kind of nice. Did I miss a scan in this room? I'm pretty sure I've missed a scan somewhere down here in the Under Temple. I think it's on the other side of this area. I know I got it in my test file, and I think I missed it in the actual playthrough for you guys, so we'll get it eventually. I don't know this game as well as I do the first one, so it's not as easy for me to do a really lore-focused here's where everything is sort of playthrough. And when we get to Metroid Prime 3, that is really going to be true. I'm going to have to really play through that one a bunch before I play it for y'all, just so I know it a little better. So, going through here. Okay. This time, they're Dark Grenchlers. This is the first time we get to see these, and also the only time we get to see these. Dark Grenchler, Darkling-possessed amphibious predator. Symbiosis brings additional power, but it retains its key weaknesses. Yeah, so what else do we get? Darklings are drawn to possess vicious predators, making the Grenchler a prime candidate. Despite the added toughness gained from possession, the Dark Grenchler retains its one weakness. Remove the back shell with explosive blasts to expose its pain center, then attack the pain center to quickly dispatch the creature. They don't get the same transformation look as all the other ink-controlled things. They don't really get the huge spikes. They get a little bit of spikes, but they kind of already had those. They don't get the big purple projections, and the eyes are yellow instead of the reddish thing going on that most of the ink do. So yeah, I kind of like the way their possessed form looks compared to other possessed creatures. They get this like dark, almost celestial purple look to their skin. It almost looks like looking at the night sky. It's really cool, actually. But mechanically, they're not any different than regular Grenchlers. Actually, easiest way to kill them, you don't even have to blow the back part off. You can just burn them to death. Watch. There it goes. Bye. The burning damage works really well from the light beam on them. Hey. Yeah, you can see the fight is more or less identical. They don't have any new moves or anything. I don't know. Maybe that does more damage than before. Hard to tell. Would you come out here so I can hit you? They seem to rely on it a little more than their counterparts. Okay, so there we go. You see, even the inside of their skin, the inside patch is a little bit of different coloration on this model, which I thought was a nice little touch. Okay, so portal there. Guess we can't go anywhere but that way. This is dungeon, which I don't see cells or anything. So I guess this entire thing is a cell that the Ing throw people in here. Probably throw them to the Grinchlers. Now we get to go around these things in the Dark World, which doesn't take quite as long as it did the first time through in the Light World. Gonna fall down, avoid these pistons, which do have a little bit of an AoE, so if you're standing a little too close to it, it'll still hurt you even if the thing itself doesn't hit you, as you see. You'd think there was something hidden up there on that path, but there's nothing. Here, this room kind of looks like the other side, but there's something big stomping around, and there's these guys. So these guys in this room or this one is really obnoxious because there's no crystal to work with, so I just kind of shoot him to death. I do it the old-fashioned way. Yep, try and possess me all you want. You can just unload on them and eventually take them out. Come on. Get on my nerves. There's no point in using the light beam because they will dodge every shot of it. There you go. So they've got a decent amount of health. And you get a cool animation of them dying that way too, and not just the poof disappear. So somebody big is stomping around. Can I see him from over here? Oh, I can. So you can kind of see somebody up there moving around. Maybe we can get a better shot. Hi, bud. Yeah, you're angry. Come on, get up there. Yeah, there he is. Hi. Well, that's great. Yeah, okay. So I can't really get a scan on him. I can get a scan on this. Denzium. Okay, so I can't. That's for much later. So yeah, they for some reason twice in this Undertemple they show you the boss before you actually fight the boss. I don't know why they do it only here. I don't think that happens anywhere else in the game. Oh, it kind of does, but not with the same. Here it's two big creatures each time, and you're like, oh shit. So now I gotta keep just going around. I can't get to him yet. It's just taunting me with them. This side actually does have something hidden, so you gotta go through these. The pipes are really weird. You gotta go down and back up through this side. Now you would miss this, and I missed this my first time through the game. If you listen, you can just barely hear the power-up sound. And if you look on the middle of the screen there, like on the left side where the bubble ends, you can just see the glow from the power-up. So what you gotta do is you gotta come over here. You gotta morph ball up this way. And then up here, there's a missile. Really well hidden, probably the most hidden missile in the entire game. I think in my first time through, or my first time at 100% completion, when I was a kid, I ended up with one missile left and could not find it, and it turned out to be that one. So now we're back in this room that we were in before, except now I'm actually inside this gate, and I can light crystal and open it up. Oh. That actually has the added benefit of raising these platforms, which lets me get up around to the top. And summon some dark guys, which are going to be really easy to take out, because I'm going to wait for them to do this. Come on, buddy. Watch this. He's going to go over there, and I'll shoot him. Can't hit that yet, actually. Okay, fine. So we're going to do this, and then this guy. I'm going to take you out right now. Well, come down. Bye. Okay, and you... Yeah. Not too hard anymore. Now... some ammo. I actually do need some light beam ammo. Okay, I'll leave it now. For whatever reason, these platforms go in and out. I guess to make it more than a little non-challenge, but even so, I don't know. Up, up, and up here. Take us back to the big center room. These little tendrils. These things were obnoxious in the first game, and they're obnoxious in this game. So how can you slow me down through this corridor? In the first game, they were one of those enemies that you couldn't kill them traditionally most of the time, so when I got the plasma beam, I liked just going through and just taking the slow time to vaporize each one. This is retribution. I did that with those Oculus, the little ion things that shoot lasers at you. So, I can't go over there or over there yet. I need Grapple beam for this little spot. I can scan this guy in here. Expired 1.86 decacycles. Was exposed to heavy amounts of no-heading gas. That's the stuff that the puffers, the little creeds we saw last time, are pumped around. Pumping out, if I could speak. This is the likely cause of death. Oddly enough, there's none of them in this room, so... Actually, there is some up top. There isn't there? Yeah, there are. Okay, so that's how we died. But I need to go here. Come on. There's actually something down there, but I can't get to it. And a couple hunters, so we're gonna do this. Pop. Will them to come kill themselves at me. There's one. There's two. Yeah. Like I said, they're really good about that in most rooms. It was just that first time that they didn't want to cooperate. Go up, Samus. Come on. There you go. So I need to go over here. This is actually a really cool looking light field because it's just a column. I don't know why this one is a column when usually they're a big sphere. It's not any different from the other light spheres. I guess it's installed in this thing here, so I don't know if that has any effect on it, if maybe this entire unit has become the light field and that's why it's forming a column and not a sphere. I don't know. I would like to see a little more exploration of these things, and you don't get any live Luminoff warriors, but I swear if I was a Luminoff warrior, I would just, instead of planting those things in the ground and leaving it there and using it as a safe zone, I'd just be carrying it around on the stick, like a staff or something, or like a torch, and just waving it at things. Seems like that would work pretty well. So, go up here. This puts us back to the top with more of these puffers. Back through this door is a save room, just like it is in Light World. Now we go down. Here. Okay. Let's put this inside here with the dead guy. The angle on the camera is always a little weird right there. Turn this around. Here. Okay, now here's... Do you need ammo and supplies before the boss? Little boss fountain. I don't really need dark beam ammo. See, I'm pretty good in everything right now. Come on. So this is the first time we're seeing this. It has a scan, but it doesn't count in the log. Mutant strain of venom weed. It's basically the dark ether version of venom weed. It's poisonous is all. Super, just like the first game. Nothing to it. I don't know why it's not a scan. So, back in this room, where's the dude? Oh, there he is. He was hiding off camera. Alright, so this is the Grapple Guardian, which more accurately is a Alpha Dark Credgeler, I'm pretty sure. Grapple Beam powered Darkling. Well-armored target utilizes grapple beam to ensnare enemies, weak spots connected back shell and eye. Uses special attack when angered. So, this Darkling Grenchler has absorbed the power of the grapple beam. Will fire the beam to snare potential meals and pull them into its waiting jaws. The beam is powerful and can attach to most surfaces, including your armor. Its eye region is sensitive. It can induce a state of anger in the target. If you hit it there, a weak spot under the back shell is a prime target as well. When angered, it will use a special attack, which it doesn't tell you what that is. If you zoom in on him, he's got a completely unique model. It's not just a big Grenchler. It's the same proportions, kind of, but his tail region is considerably more developed. He's got the big spikes on the backs of the thighs there. The spike on his head is big and blue, which I assume it's that color because it's Grapple, because that's where he does his Grapple stuff from. And his jaws and face and head in general just look completely different from the regular Grenchers. It's a really cool model. Got a big tongue flapping around. Alright, and he's got the big hairs in the back of his head. So, he's actually not that hard. He can be a little obnoxious. But if I scan these things, column generates unstable energy. Contact with grapple beam may send immobilizing feedback to the user. So I need to use that to my advantage. I can't do anything to him right now, really. I can't really hit it. He spins around too fast. I can't get his back at all. He's way too quick about it. So I've got to hit him in the eye here and stun him. And then you'd think you'd stun him and then go hit him in the back, but what he does is he shoots a grapple beam at you. That's his special attack. And I can let that hit me if I wanted to. No, what you're supposed to do is what he just did. He accidentally hits these and gets stuck, and then you go around the back and you shoot the back of his plating off. But I'm going to show you what happens when he shoots me. He will actually pull you in. Yeah, start sucking you in. And you can just fire a missile and hit him in the eye and break you out and stun him for a second. But it doesn't give me enough time, so I need to get him to lock onto the pillars. A couple of shots in the eye. It makes him mad, then you go hide behind the pillar. Sometimes he doesn't work. Yeah, see? Or sometimes he hits it and will just bust off and knock items off the ceiling instead of getting stuck there, so I don't know. That's kind of random when that happens. We'll do it again. Yeah, sometimes he just doesn't want to get stuck on here. Like that. It'll just bounce off for whatever reason. Maybe he's too close. There it goes. Okay, so when he's really close, he does that. So maybe I should get him to lock onto one over here. Get him a little further away. Usually I have a little more luck getting him to stick. There he goes. Okay. So swing around his back. Yeah, like that. He's got to do that a few times. Actually, like 8 times. Get off me. Yeah. Come on. There we go. It's just kind of arbitrary whether or not he gets stuck. And it can be frustrating. But as you see, it's not a very hard fight. He doesn't really have any big special attacks besides the beam. He is fast and he won't shot me, but he doesn't seem all that great at that either. He doesn't really do a lot of range stuff besides trying to suck me in. So I feel like this boss was a little bit of a wasted potential. He's really scary. He always freaked me out whenever I fought him, and you know, the first time I fought him I was like, oh shit, what the hell, I'm fucked. But he's not that bad. Okay. Yeah, see, that lunge attack is fast, but a quick dodge really doesn't do much. And the bite even, he's not that strong. Didn't take that much health from me. Come on, get stuck. Come on. I just gotta like go to the side sometimes. I don't get it. It just sometimes it chooses not to work. Yeah. Come on. Come on, there you go. Okay, one more shot should take the back casing off. Okay. Come on, work for me. There you go. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Sometimes he just moves towards it and smacks it and you get items. Oh. Look at this. You hit me twice and you can't even do any damage to me. You suck, dude. Come on. There you go. Okay, so now we get a phase 2. The armor's blown off. You can see it's a little chunky there. You get a scan on it too. Injured grapple powered Darkling will use grapple energy to protect itself. Damage its eye will disrupt its ability. So you would think that now the fight goes to the way all of the Grenchler fights do in phase 2, where you do the same exact thing and just now it's exposed and you can do the real damage to him, but it doesn't work that way. I can stun him again if I want to. I think you have to, but let me show you. You knock him out, and you think that would give him a long time, but you can't actually. It doesn't stun him for very long, and even if I did hit him back there, it wouldn't really do much to him. So counterintuitively, the way to beat this part, his face and his eye is actually vulnerable to damage. So all you gotta do is this. Is just shoot him in the eye a couple times with light beam, and then when he gets stunned, just continue shooting him in the eye, and he'll die. So we're about to win. Yeah. That's all it is. That part is really frustrating if you don't know to just do that. Alright, so this will give us a grapple beam back. Like the first game, you get it really late in the game. I guess this is about 2/3 still. It works just like it does in the first game. There's no changes. Rearrange just a little bit. So it has been so long since I've played this, I keep trying to turn the camera with my right stick and I'm changing beams instead. So this door, both these doors are blocked off. I need a power bomb to get through either one. So where I need to go is back up here. Actually, first I need to scan on this. It just counts as a research now. Grapple point. Yeah. There's no little lore about it. It's just here's how you use it. I wish there was some little, flavor text or something. Go back through here. So we're actually done down here in the Under Temple for now. We will be coming back here later. Basically, we're going to get about a third, halfway through Sanctuary, the next area, and then we've got to come back here and get something else from down below. There's another boss down below here. So we'll be back later for yet more boss fun in this place. But for now, we actually are ready to go back up. So I just need to go back to the light realm. Because we got 2 of the keys. And the last key is up top, and I can get it now that I have grapple beam. I don't care about y'all. Oh, I can just do that. That's really cool. Didn't know this. Yeah, I've been seeing some weird stuff today. I'm gonna ignore with these guys. In my test file, when I was fighting the Hunter Ing, they did some behavior I've never seen. They did like a whirling spin attack, where they like put their arms out and spun around like a dervish at me. I've never in my entire life seen that behavior playing this game. It's really cool. I love how doing the playthrough for y'all, I see all this stuff that in years of casual play I've never seen. Alright, so now we're gonna go, oh, here's that lore that I was talking about that we missed. This is it. New weapons. Our studies of the Ing revealed the source of their attacks as dark energy. We built weapons to use this energy, thinking it could overload enemy targets and eliminate them. We soon learned our error, as Dark Beam was not of great effect on the Ing. We then began to develop a weapon that used light energy. This weapon would dispatch the Ing with terrible efficiency. So this is when they were like, okay, well let's reverse engineer their stuff, and that'll probably work. And then they were like, oh, Dark Beam does nothing to them, so let's turn it back around. So that's where that Dark Beam that the Space Pirates found came from, that they were using to open the portals. That's the Luminoth one, and also where that light beam that we are now using came from. So yeah, we're going all the way back up, which actually, now that I have grapple, I can just do this. Whee! Makes it get grounded a lot easier. I still can't get that missile for a little while. I need power bomb for that. Shoot all the way up here. No, I don't want to see you guys. I hate those things. Okay. Come back up. This one? Yep. Oh, that'll do anyway. Save is good too. It's down here. Thought it was up there. Heading back out. This cool elevator. I like these elevators with these little force fields that appear on the top and bottom. It's a cool little look. So there are a couple missiles around out here that I could go get now. I don't really feel like it, to be completely honest. We're just gonna go where we need to go, so we're kind of following the same path we did last time through. Here, I'm just gonna ignore all these things and don't look at them because they lag my game out. There, through here. No, I didn't want to spawn you guys. If you don't walk far enough forward at the start there, you can not aggro those guys and just come up here and be fine, but oh well, we're just gonna ignore them. Okay, there's still stuff I can do in this room later too. When I get power bomb, I can blow up the tree there. There's a lot of stuff you can do once you get power bomb. Oh, I can't get through the door until I kill them. Well, hi! How are you doing? I'm just gonna shoot around here because they like landing in front of me. Come on, guys, I need to get through the door. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Thanks, buddy. Now I'm going to annihilate you. If I could find you. Hi. The best way is to just regular shots, not charged. They'll dodge the charge, and if you hit them with enough of these, they'll catch fire, then you can follow the fire to see where they're going. Like this. See? I still know where you are. Well, I did. There you are. Hey. Okay, see, eventually they just get bored and leave, so, okay. Whatever. Honestly, once we beat Torvus, we're gonna get an item that will make fighting those guys much, much better. You're like the Chozo Ghost. You're just a pain until you can track them. I think what's happening is they're going, really? She can't even see where we're going? This is not a fight. Blech. And they get bored and they leave. Because I didn't leave the aggro zone or anything. I was right in the middle of the map. Okay, now we got moving. Back through this little waterfall room. It's still one of the cooler rooms in the game. You never see it much. It's cool hanging vines. Not sure how they're getting light in here, but okay. I guess there's a little bit of this guy right there. So we need to actually use this portal over here. I think the first portal we took on Torvus was this one. Okay, so more of those Dark Troopers are going to show up. I'm going to try and hit the one that he's going to show up right in front of me on that platform. I'm going to try and evade him. Got him. Okay, one down. Because I need to go through that door, and while they're in here, that door's locked. So, I really don't want to. So there's a couple places they land throughout the room. One of them is right there, and if you like light up all these spots, it will funnel them into a particular couple spots. Where are you? This one's not even trying to fight me. Or, okay, he's trying to land on top of me. Yeah. Apparently. Yeah, they land right here. Just in your face. I thought I saw him. I missed him though. Buddy, come on. I hate these things. I hate this. There you are. Come on. Okay. Now that I've got you, get out of the fucking water sinks. You're gonna die now. Gotcha. Okay. Now that that annoyance is done with. Come this way. Go through here. We couldn't get through here at first because we didn't have super missile. Across here, there's a new research here. Lift fine crystal. Darkling plant form will grow in heightened crystals energized by light-based weaponry. And it says the same thing. The Luminoth used these to navigate during their campaigns on Dark Ether. The Ying ignored the simple plant as it is not a source of nourishment or a weapon. So they're one of the many things, and it just, the picture just gives you the crystal instead of the plant itself, which is odd. That the Luminoth engineered for their time on here, so I guess they modified a natural plant or a dark ether plant and made it so that when you shot it like this, it lifts up. They made little living platforms throughout the world. Should have popped those before wow, they just drained all my health. That was really smart of me. But basically, yeah, they made a bunch of little stuff like this throughout the Dark World as tools for themselves when they're during the fight, and it helped that these were little plants that had no value, so that the Ing wouldn't blow them up. That's why they're still here, because the Ing were like, that's not a threat. I don't know what that is. Ing are kind of dumb. Okay, so there's my final crystal. There is going to be a hunter Ing. I'm gonna pretty much dodge him. Let's go this way. I can grapple right across. Got all my keys. Alright, and look at that, we're right at the temple. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Just gonna go over here and save. It's a cool little save room, save station 1. No name to it, but it's a cool little patch of bioluminescence there. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it's the only kind of thing you see like that in Dark Ether. It's almost crystal or like an egg shape, or egg sacs. Alright, so next time we get to fight the boss of Dark Tormus, which probably one of the harder bosses in the game. Probably one of my least favorite bosses in the game. Y'all don't know. All the bosses from here on out are pretty tough, to be completely honest. So, this one is kind of long, but it's well worth it for the fight. To be done with this place and to get on to Sanctuary. Alright guys, thanks, I'll see you then.